One. Well, if I want to walk in it, I will, said Bear gruffly. Let me take my time then, begged Gray One. I'll take my own time, said Bear, stepping right on Gray One and sticking his claws right in the poor fellow's back. Oh, groaned Gray One. Everybody abuses me. And so Bear went on, laughing at the soft-skinned Gray One who would not hurry. But Gray One did not laugh. He wept, for some other 4-foot was coming along. Get out of my way, Gray One, snarled Bobcat. Oh, I don't like to hurry, pleaded Gray One. Oh, don't block the path, said Bobcat. It's my own path. I made it, wept Gray One. Well, a path's a path, and I'll walk it if I want to, said Bobcat with a grin as he stuck out his claws. Let me take my time, pleaded Gray One. After I pass by, said Bobcat, grabbing Gray One by the neck and flinging him aside, at the same time patting him with one sharp clawed paw. Oh, moaned Gray One, weeping. Everybody abuses me. One by one, the animals stalked down Gray One's path, pushing him aside and doing him some injury. Now Gray One was not a bothersome fellow at all. He was just soft and good-natured. He disliked to hurry, for what was the use? Anyone who hurried got there sooner and only had to come back, and so life became just hurry-scurry to him. Gray One had a coat of fine soft wool like a possum, but he was no possum. He looked his foes right in the eye. I mustn't forget to tell you either that Gray One could climb trees, and when he wanted to, he could run as fast as a fox, which is very fast. Most of the time, however, he didn't want to run. He just didn't want to. Along came Red Fox and saw Gray One licking his scratches. Hi there, Gray One, said Fox. What's the matter? They all scratch and bite me, said the abused one. Never mind that, said Fox. Do me a favor. What's that? Inquired Gray One. Climb that pine and pick off a cone. What for? Just because I say so, said Fox. All right, answered Gray One moodily. I'll go up. Up he went with great agility and plucked a cone. Thank you, said Fox. You are a pretty fine fellow. Say, would you like to be my friend? And have you eat me? Inquired Gray One. No, answered Fox. You see, I don't like Bobcat, and I don't like Bear. Wild Dog just gets mad at me. I do not choose friends very often, but I do like you. I wonder, replied Gray One. Well, what next? Roll over in the clay, said Fox, and get my woolly coat all plastered, inquired Gray One. That's it exactly, said Fox. Go on, do as I say. Oh, all right, said Gray One, just so long as you don't bite me or stick your claws through my skin. You'll soon forget your skin, said Fox as he watched his friend roll over and over in the mud. After a while, Fox began to laugh. Ho, ho, he roared. You look like a chunk of mud rolled off a clay bluff. Well, that's just what I want. Ho, ho. Fox now began to pick thorns off a haw tree, and after he had a big pile of them, he peeled off the bark. The ends of the thorns wouldn't peel, but most of the thorns showed up nice and white. Fox now sorted the thorns and then started to stick them into Gray One's mud coating. After a time, he finished the work and stepped back to admire his effort. Gray One now looked like a formidable beast. Now, look here, said Fox. Remember, I'm your friend. You just do as I say and don't you ever crawl in my bed or chase me. Now then, I'm gonna sit on that hammock of grass and watch like fun when Bear and Bobcat come back from their hunting. What will I do then? Said Gray One, feeling uncomfortable in his prickly coat. Just as you have always done, his coat fit better. He crouched in his bath and waited. Along came the bear, grouchy as ever that food was so scarce. "Get out of my way, gray one," he snorted, trotting up to the abused one. "I don't like to hurry," came the answer. "Then I'll step on you," said Bear. "I told you once before that you can't block the path." "Well, it's my path. I made it," said Gray One, crouching in the grass. "Go ahead and toss him out," shouted Fox. "Don't take orders from the soft-skinned one." "You are no friend of mine," growled Bear, "but your idea is a good one." So saying, he grasped Gray One and lifted him up. "Gruff, gruff," snorted Bear. "What is this that pierces my hands?" And he put Gray One down. "Let me alone," screamed Gray One. "I'll let you alone, all right," said Bear, trotting off and licking his punctured paws. "Go on and eat him alive," shouted Fox, laughing until he rolled off his grassy knoll. "I'll eat you," snorted Bear. "Come on and catch me," replied Fox, laughing the louder. Then who should come along but cross old Bobcat. "Get out of my way, Gray One," he shouted. "I'll stay right here," came the answer. "Oh, you will you?" "We'll see about that. Go on and give him a good bite," called out Fox. "You are no friend of mine, but your idea is good," snarled Bobcat, leaping upon Gray One and giving him a savage bite. "Row, spat, Bobcat. "What is this that pierces my mouth? Oh, those thorns have torn me terribly. Oh, my tongue." Bobcat fell to plucking out the thorns, but they had grown barbs, and such a sputtering was never heard before. Fox just rolled over and over with laughter until his sides ached. "Eat him up, the monster," he shouted and laughed again. "I'll eat you," snarled Bobcat. "You fooled me. Come on and catch me. I might make a good meal," laughed Fox. Then who should come along but Dog, the matchless hunter. "Get out of my way, Gray One," snapped Dog. "I'll stay right here," came the answer. "So you want another shaking?" asked Dog. "Let me alone," replied Gray One. "Go on and give him the shaking of his life," called out Fox. "You are no friend of mine," said Dog, "but your idea is a good one." So saying, he gave a great leap and landed right on Gray One, his jaws snapping right on the abused one's necks. "Yow, yip," called Dog. "What horrible thing has pierced me all over like arrows?" And he leapt away, whining, to pluck out the thorns. But the thorns all had cruel barbs. As Dog wept and whined, Fox rolled over and laughed. "Say, Dog," said he, "why don't you just eat up that soft, flabby Gray One?" "I'll eat you," snapped Dog, twisting into knots, so painful were the stings of the thorns. "Come on and catch me," invited Fox, but Dog was in no mood for a chase. He had other troubles, and they were thorny ones. Fox now scampered off, seeking more foes to set on the Gray One. But the word had gone forth that Gray One had become Prickly One, and was to be respected. "So now," said Fox, "I have made a man of you. You just do as you please and treat all of my enemies as though they were yours. You gave me the magic pine cone that gives me great speed. I gave you some magic hair that will enable you to take your time and command your own path." "Thanks," said the Prickly One. "I always did like to take my time, and so, oh nephew, the porcupine takes his own time, and anyone who argues with him will have troubles of his own, and they'll be prickly ones too. So it is said by the wise ones. Now." That's interesting that they're saying that that's how the porcupine was like created or something. Alright, should we do another one? Should we do another one? Alright, one more. How Rock Dweller the chipmunk gained his stripes. Yay, yay, hey, nephew, story now. Long time ago, 4 squirrels climbed up a chestnut tree, and oh oh, how did they talk and scold. Then the 5th one climbed up, and all 4 bounced on him, for he was a little rock dweller, whom we call Chipmunk. Oh oh. Go away, rock dweller, scolded Gray Squirrel. Guess not, answered Chipmunk. Go away, rock dweller. You can't have any of our chestnuts, said Red Squirrel. Guess not, said Chipmunk. Go away, rock dweller, said Black Squirrel. You can't steal any of our chestnuts. Guess not, said Chipmunk. Go away, rock dweller, said Flying Squirrel. You can't have any of our chestnuts. Guess not, answered Chipmunk. Then all the squirrels looked at each other and asked, What does rock dweller mean by guess not? What do you mean by guess not? Asked Gray Squirrel. I quit, answered Chipmunk. What did you say you meant? Inquired Red Squirrel. I quit, answered Chipmunk. What does quit mean? Asked Black Squirrel. I quit, retorted Chipmunk. Meaning what? Inquired Flying Squirrel. I quit, chattered Chipmunk. Then run away as quick as you can. You, the most ugly of all our clan. You, the outcast without a totem mark, said Gray Squirrel. My totem mark is a bushy gray tail. My totem mark, said Red Squirrel, is a bushy red tail. My totem mark, said Black Squirrel, is a bushy black tail. My totem mark, said Flying Squirrel, is my blanketed legs that help me fly. The little chipmunk was only a dismal clay color, and his tail a poor apology for one. He was greatly ashamed. I quit, he chattered as he slid away from the feast in the tree. When he was safely down, he called back, Oh, cousins, when may I join you at the feast? When you have a totem mark, called they all together, which made Chipmunk sad, for he had no totem mark and did not know where to get one, for no warrior was he. Robbed of all chance at chestnuts, Chipmunk scampered away into the deep woods, hungry and sad. So hungry was he that he fell to the deep wood, fell eating fat grubs that he found in the leaves, and the fat bugs didn't like it one bit. Chipmunk didn't care one chatter whether or not the grubs liked it. He was hungry, and the grubs were very filling. Suddenly a big bear came into sight. Brother Bear saw Chipmunk, and Brother Bear was hungry too. Woof, said he. He's a bear. Okay. Anyway. Sounds like a dog. If I can't find honey or berries, little rock dweller will do. Thereupon he gave a bounce and landed on Chipmunk with both paws. Quit, chattered Chipmunk. Sing your last song, counseled Brother Bear. I am hungry, and I won't wait very long. Sing, for I am going to eat you. Oh, Brother Bear, pleaded Chipmunk, let me dance too. For that is the custom of my tribe. I must sing and dance my last song and dance. Then dance quickly, said the hungry bear. Chipmunk now began to dance, singing in his own tongue, one which Brother Bear did not understand. Of course, nephew. Oh, for a hole made by a mole, as quick as I see it, I'll duck. Oh, for a hole made by a mole. Oh, now that I see it, here's luck. Chipmunk, standing on his hind legs, espied the hole of the mole at the foot of the tree, and with a quick dart he ducked into the burrow, breathless but out of sight of the hungry bear. Woof, said Brother Bear, but not so quick, and he bounced on the tunnel of the mole, driving his long claws into the ground and right through the underground runway. As luck would have it, one paw struck Chipmunk right on his shoulders and pricked him deep. I quit, he squealed as he struggled to run down the burrow, but the claw held him fast. He struggled again, and then something ripped. Chipmunk had torn himself loose and raked his back under the sharp claws of Brother Bear, scratching his clay-colored hide from shoulders to hips. The scratches were deep and the blood ran fast, but Chipmunk ran faster and escaped way down in the earth. Woof, said the bear, ambled away with a crouch. Long Chipmunk lay in the dark in the hole of the mole. He licked his sores and scratched off the clots of blood. At length he recovered and cautiously emerged from his hiding place. He was very hungry and snuck back to the chestnut tree to find a stray nut or two. But there, as before, were the four cousins, chattering and scolding as they ever do when collecting nuts. Chipmunk was frightened when Gray Squirrel espied him and shouted, "Who are you? Who are you?" "Stripes upon his back." "Stripes on his back," chattered Red Squirrel. "Who are you with the warrior's totem marks?" "Stripes, stripes, stripes," echoed Black Squirrel. "Who are you with the stripes?" "Stripes on his back." "Who are you?" mimicked Flying Squirrel. "What right have you won to gain totem marks?" "I am Rock Dweller," announced Chipmunk. "I am hungry for nuts after my big fight with Brother Bear." "Fight with Brother Bear?" questioned Gray Squirrel. "Why, you couldn't fight me." "Come up if you dare, and if you win, you can have my store of nuts in a secret place at the foot of this tree." Chipmunk didn't want to fight, so he said, "I'll sing a war song in my own language, then look out for me." So he sang, "Oh, for a hole made by a mole, as quick as I see it I'll duck. Oh, for a hole made by a mole, and now that I see it, here's luck." Chipmunk, standing on his hind legs, espied the hole of the mole at the foot of the tree, and with a quick dart he ducked into the burrow, and it was filled with meaty brown chestnuts. So quickly it disappeared that the stingy squirrels in the tree never saw where Chipmunk went. They only said, "That new totem is full of power." But down under the ground, Chipmunk gloated over his store of food. "No," he chattered, "I can't have any of their chestnuts. Guess not, guess not, guess not." Way up in the tree, the four nutcrackers heard Rock Dweller snipping out, "Guess not," and Gray Squirrel asked, "Brothers, what did Rock Dweller mean when he said, 'guess not'?" Then they all shouted